crosses his path. I would now like to welcome our commencement speaker to the podium, Corporal Terrence Demps.
Wow. I just want to thank Dr. Bergard for the wonderful introduction. I want to thank the staff and faculty and the Board of Trustees as well. And I also just want to thank you graduates for being here and for graduating. If it wasn't for you all, we wouldn't have a ceremony. So thank you all for the work that you put in to get to where we're at today. And so this is just such an honor and a privilege to be standing here on such a momentous occasion celebrating the graduates, that is. Everyone else is here as a witness for the work that you have put in, for not just gaining a degree, but taking a step in the right direction. So this is a time meant for reflection and just this self-awareness of what it took to get to this very moment that we are at right now. So all of you have different stories, and you come from different backgrounds, but the beauty of this moment is that we can come together and celebrate it with one another. This evening, it's all about you, the graduating class of 2022. So I'm thankful to be here today because I didn't get to attend my graduation ceremony. I was in boot camp, and it was the height of COVID, so we didn't have one. And so this is a special night for me. So as I was preparing for this speech, I kept asking myself, what do graduates want to hear at a graduating ceremony from the commencement speaker? Well, I had no idea because I didn't get to attend a commencement ceremony. So I asked myself, I said, well, if I did know what they wanted to hear, I would say something like this: never be too prideful to ask for help. The world is full of tools to help you accomplish your goals. You just have to be willing to go out and look for them. It's a result of other people's assistance and help that brought me to where I'm at today. I remember I was taking a statistics class here at Lake Sumter. Math was never my strong suit, but I was in the math emporium, and I would meet with the tutors, and I would meet with other students who was a lot more capable in that area of math just to help me out. And I still barely passed with a C. So just imagine if I didn't ask for help. So my encouragement to you is never be too prideful to ask for help. And don't forget that preparation precedes the blessings. My father always told me that. All of you have prepared to get to this very moment that you're at right now. And you should be very proud of that. But please do not stop preparing. There's no substitute for hard work. Hard work is what gets you there, and it's hard work that's going to keep you there. So prepare yourself for the unexpected. We all knew that exam week was coming up, and we got all stressed out. But what about the different things that life throws at us that we weren't really prepared for? So be flexible. I have to beg the question, what is the value of significance over success? And the difference between it is significance, you're more focused on others, and then success, you're more focused about yourself. So I want you to be successful in life. You know, write your goals down, accomplish those goals, work diligently at the task assigned over you, but never forget to lend a helping hand to others. Invest in yourself so that way you can invest in others. So success is all about you, but significance is all about others, and that is a far more greater impact. Do not despise small beginnings either. Don't ever be ashamed of where you come from or who you are. We're all unique, and that's what makes us beautiful. I remember I was getting ready to graduate high school, and a lot of my friends went to larger universities and other colleges outside of the state, and I was going to Lake Sumter. But the running joke around the school was, oh, you're going to Lake Dumpster. And so when I heard that, you know, you get this feeling of inadequacy. But if Lake Sumter is really a dumpster, you're looking at the best piece of trash that ever came from a dumpster. So remember, always be thankful. You've heard the saying that life is unfair, but you may have also heard the saying that life is fair because it's unfair for everyone. We're all on the same playing field, and that field's name is life. Circumstances, ethnic backgrounds, family dynamics, places you've lived and grew up were all out of your control. What I'm saying is you didn't have a choice in the matter. The fact that you are still living and breathing today is because you still have purpose. I was in boot camp back in 2020, and I remember I was rudely awakened by my drill instructor at 4 a.m., and my rack mate who slept on top of me, and they took us outside to the sand pit, and we started doing a bunch of extraneous exercise in the sand pit, from pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, and then we were doing flutter kicks, and I was looking up, and I saw the sky because it was still dark, but the stars were shining. And in that moment, I just said, thank you, God, because, you know, I'm thankful to be here and to be able to do what I'm doing. So when I started to give thanks, the pain was a little bit more bearable. So give thanks in everything whenever you're going through life. So in closing, I want you all to remember this, to get comfortable being uncomfortable. This is a day you've never seen before, and a day you will never see again. I remember I was in the 4th grade, and we were preparing for the Tropicana speech. It was a big thing around that time. And so we were preparing for the Tropicana speech, spent months on end preparing. It was only 3 minutes long. So the day comes for the speech, right? And then the teacher writes down our names, put it in a jar, and then she draws out the name, and then whatever name she drew, that person came up and gave their speech. I just so happened to be the last name that was drawn out of the whole class. Now remember, I was approaching the podium, getting ready to give my speech, and I started giving the speech, and I started crying uncontrollably. And I had a mental breakdown in the middle of the speech, and I just barely finished it. And I remember as I was walking away that day, I felt very inadequate. I felt like a failure, and I felt very embarrassed just because I wasn't able to measure up to what all the other students did, and I failed. And I failed in other presentations as well throughout middle school. And then so what am I saying is, you never know where your failures might take you. So spread your wings high like a lake hawk and fly and enjoy the journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Corporal Demps, for being with us today.